Today, we are covering a 10-minute ab workout built around one important principle that most people completely overlook during their training. Many common ab exercises actually overwork your hip flexors rather than your abs, which means you get less ab development while risking genuine back pain. Today's routine avoids that problem entirely, giving you a genuine ab workout without the hip flexor dominance that causes so many people discomfort afterward. All you need is a mat, some open floor space, and a hardwood or slick surface for the second half of this complete routine. Beginners can absolutely do this workout too. Each exercise is scripted for 1 minute, but you simply go for as long as you comfortably can. Let us get started with the first 5 exercises performed on the mat, where our goal is removing hip flexors and maximizing genuine ab engagement. The first exercise is called the halo. Unlike a standard leg raise, where your legs do most of the actual work, here we focus entirely on your pelvis. Your goal is simply lifting your pelvis off the mat with every single repetition, while your feet create circles rather than lifting straight up and down. Perform clockwise circles for 30 seconds, then switch to counterclockwise circles for the remaining 30 seconds, completing this first full minute of work.
The second exercise is a variation of a standard sit-up called the frog crunch. Instead of anchoring your feet, which promotes hip flexor dominance, press your feet together firmly. You should feel your hamstrings activate immediately, and with your hamstrings engaged, your hip flexors take a step back, allowing your abs to do genuine work. The third exercise shifts focus toward your obliques through genuine rotation rather than simply tapping your hands back and forth like a traditional Russian twist. Keep your heels down throughout this movement with no need to lift them, and instead focus on creating real rotation by rowing your elbow back each time you twist. You will feel the difference immediately once you perform this correctly, and that feeling confirms you are engaging the right muscles throughout the movement. The fourth exercise eliminates the need for dumbbell side bends entirely. This is called the side plank thread the needle, building lateral core strength from the ground up. Lift into your side plank, keeping your arm raised, then add rotation by reaching through and creating controlled movement that your core must actively manage throughout. Perform this for 30 seconds on each side, and you are now more than halfway through this complete 10-minute ab workout routine. The fifth exercise addresses a common limitation of the standard plank, which tends to engage hip flexors more than the muscles on your body's backside.
This movement is called the Black Widow knee slide. Drive one knee toward your elbow, pulling into a posterior pelvic tilt to genuinely activate your abs. Then kick that same leg back, extending your hip fully toward the ceiling before returning and alternating sides continuously throughout this full minute of work. Now transition to a different setup. Move your mat aside and use socks on a hardwood floor or any slick surface that allows your feet to slide freely. This setup allows us to work bottom-up ab movements without needing to lift your full leg weight like you would during a traditional hanging leg raise. The sixth exercise is called the frog circle. Instead of pulling your knees straight in, which promotes hip flexor dominance, bring them outward to the sides. This position resembles a frog, but the real purpose is activating your hip external rotators instead of hip flexors, while still working your lower abs from the bottom up. The seventh and final exercise is the sliding ab tuck. Keep your knees straight throughout and simply lift your pelvis as high as possible by hinging at your waist. Performed correctly, you should feel your abs driving this entire movement. Any slight knee bending typically comes from hamstring flexibility rather than improper technique. Finish strong, keeping your legs straight and letting your abs do the genuine work throughout this final minute, completing your entire 10-minute routine. That completes this full ab workout, which addresses every major function of your core while specifically avoiding the hip flexor dominance that causes so much frustration. This routine will quickly become a genuine favorite because it delivers real ab development without the back discomfort that many traditional ab exercises tend to create. Every single exercise throughout this routine was selected specifically to redirect work away from your hip flexors and toward your actual abdominal muscles instead. Whether you are a complete beginner or have significant training experience, this approach ensures your ab training genuinely targets the muscles you are trying to develop. Apply this 10-minute routine consistently, and you will notice both improved ab engagement and reduced back discomfort compared to more traditional ab training approaches.